There we go. I think it's recording. So you should have. I just made up a bunch of numbers, but you should have your own fall distances. Yes, 10 of them. Okay, and then if you've got one that's just obviously like an outlier, you're justified in just crossing that one off. Do the same also. Like if you caught it in like 1 centimeter, probably you didn't really you anticipated it, right? And we just want to look at your reaction time. I don't know. You could.
I got it first time.
That's a judgment there. Okay. So anyway, the first thing to do is to just average them, and I've only got 9 now, so I'm just gonna average these guys. So 14 plus 13 plus. So do that now. Take your calculator and average them now. And then I think there's 9 in mine because I crossed off one. But if you have all 10 and you think all 10 are valid, then go for it. Right? And mine averages out to exactly 15 apparently, right? Okay. Yours is going to be some decimal, right? Okay. And then just write that down. There's your average. Right? And then to do the uncertainty, what we want to do is the uncertainty of the distance. Okay? So what you want to do is find the highest one and subtract, go high minus low divided by 2. There's my highest one is 18, and my lowest one is 12. Right? Divided by 2, sorry. High minus low divided by 2. So this calculation looks like this. 18 minus 12 divided by 2. Well, 18 minus 12 is 6, divided by 2 is 3. Yours is going to come out to something that's not so even, probably. But since I just made up these numbers, why, there we are, right? And that works. It doesn't always work, but this works for me. 18 plus 3 gives me my biggest one. Or 15 plus 3 gives me my biggest. 15 minus 3 gives me my smallest. Yours won't always be, if you've got like a lopsided distribution, yours won't always be that way. Yeah. 12. 12 is my lowest.
No, I'm saying down one. How did you get 3 at the end?
18 minus 12 is 6 divided by 2 is 3. 18 is my highest. Take your highest minus your lowest divided by 2 for your drops.
Okay.
Yeah?
When you have that number, like I have 2.5. Oh, wait, no.
Yeah,
No.
that's
You
fine.
keep it written as like 13.5 plus or minus 2.5.
Exactly, yeah. All right. Are we ready for the next thing? Okay, now my formula is that time is the square root of 2x. Whoops. I was saying x. It's 2x over a, right? A is 9.8. So, for example, my best guess time, I'm going to take, this is my average, is my best guess. So I'm going to go square root of 2 times 0.15. And why am I doing 0.15 and not 15? Why am I doing 0.15 and not 15? Because I have to do meters. 9.8 is meters per second every second, right? And so I either have to change that into centimeters per second squared, or I have to change this into meters. And I'm going to choose meters. Yes, sir. Yeah, just go 0.1075. Yeah. Yeah, so if yours is some nasty decimal, all you have to do is move this 2 places to the left, right? And now that's meters. 1, 2, right? And now that's meters. Meters are your friend. So go ahead and do that. I'm going to type that into my calculator. So square root of 2 times 0.15. And you should get a time that's something like between 0.1 and 0.2 is typically what you get, right? I'm getting 0.17. I'm going to say 0.175 just for kicks and giggles, right?
Where did you get? Oh,
2x, yeah. Then, and this is the exciting part of this, okay? Now you want to calculate the lowest possible time, the fastest you reacted, right? So for the fastest one, you're going to pick the smallest distance. Does that make sense? So find the smallest one. And I'm sufficiently lazy that I'm going to go second entry, barf that thing back, and change the, change that to a 0.12. Hit enter. That's 0.156 is my smallest. Huh? Yeah, that's right, yeah. If 5 was your smallest, then you're going to say 0.05. And then for the largest possible time, I'm going to pick the largest value, which is right there, right? And again, I'm sufficiently lazy that I'm going to go second entry, because it's so much work typing those formulas in. It's like, am I still typing the formula in? There it is, right? And I just changed that to 18, right? And now I'm going to hit enter. 0.19, I'm going to say 0.192. Yeah. Average. Use your average. So, again, I use the average for my best guess time, right? I used, and show what you used, 2 times 0.18 over 9.8. I used that for this guy, right? And then I used square root of 2 times 0.12. Show me what you used. Show me the numbers you used. Show like the work I'm showing, like that. Some people filled this space up with algebra, so you could put it down here if you want to. But just somewhere show it. Some people write really small and they can write it in here, you know. That way, when I or one of my trusty assistants is grading this, they can quickly check and see whether you got it right, you know. Otherwise, we have to guess. If you're getting numbers that are like 4 seconds, okay, you're either not, the drugs haven't worn off yet, okay, from the dentist's office, or you're using centimeters as if they're meters. Probably centimeters, meters. Yeah. That's your average. So take your average and go 2 times the average, but turn it into meters first, right? So if you look at mine, I did 2 times 0.15 because 0.15 was my average. Now, you guys ready for this? This is like the most exciting part.
I'm pretty ready.
Now we're going to figure out the uncertainty of our time. And that's going to be the high minus the low divided by 2. This is high, that's low. And then I'm going to divide that by 2, right? All right. So that looks like 0.192. Whoops. 0.192 for me minus 0.156. So you use your calculated times for this, right? Divide that by 2. 0.018. These are all seconds. And draw a little smiley face. Draw the sun. Make the sun really smiley. My salad fingers. Are we good? No. Should I? We have a Wii at home. There we go. And then for the last thing, for the questions, the question at the end, write your own answer to that. But I can think of at least like 4 reasons why you're not going to react. What? What? Give me at least 2 reasons. I can think of 4 reasons why you're not going to hit the brake in the same amount of time as it took you to like grab this meter stick with your fingers that are easier to move in a brightly lit room when you're not exhausted and you're expecting it. Okay? All right.